Element 28 on the periodic table of elements is known as nickel. This is Norris Teaches Science with me, Mr. Norris. This is another Physical Science Edition video. Today we're going to talk about velocity. This shouldn't be a long video. It's just expanding on a topic that we talked about previously with speed. Unless you haven't watched that video, then you should go check that video out. But by the end of this video, you should be able to calculate velocity of an object and compare it to when you would calculate speed. So what is velocity? It is speed with a direction. And so velocity is considered a vector. A vector has a value and it has a direction. And so you have to have both to have velocity. Now, if you notice in the screen over here, this is a velociraptor. If you haven't watched my Get to Know Me video, you would need to know that I'm a big Jurassic Park fan, and I love the velociraptors, even though as a kid they scared me. All right, so the velocity formula is just like the speed formula. Instead of using the word speed, we use the word velocity. So velocity equals distance divided by time, or v equals d over t, where v is going to represent velocity, unit meters per second. Little d is distance, unit is meters, and little t is time, and that is seconds. Remember, the size of the letters matter. You have to use lowercase letters here. A capital V represents volume in the sense of science, so you have to make sure you use the right letters. Now, this is it algebraically, but I also like to use the triangle method in my class. So we take this and we plug it into the triangle. Remember, things on top of each other divide, things next to each other multiply. Since D is being divided by T, D has to go at the top, T has to go on the side. That means V is on the other side. So say I was trying to find distance, I would multiply my velocity and my time. All right, here's a problem. It's the only problem we're going to do, but we're going to do one problem. It says, David rode his bicycle 900 meters in 20 seconds to the north. What is the velocity? So we circle what we're trying to find. What we have 900 meters, we have 20 seconds, we're trying to find velocity, and this is important because there's a distance here. A direction here. So we're trying to find velocity. That means we're going to leave the velocity symbol in the triangle, and that is the lowercase v right here in the triangle. At the top, we would place our distance. According to our problem, our distance is 900 meters. And then in the bottom empty circle would go the other value, but you also need to know that's also where time goes. So numbers, are they next to each other or on top of each other? Well, they're on top of each other. So we're going to divide. So 900 divided by 20, you would get 45. Right here, you have 2 points. Of the 4 points possible for this problem, because there's an extra point available in this problem, then you need to have a unit here. According to our problem, the unit for velocity is meters per second. That's great, but remember, velocity is a vector. It has to have a value, and it also has to have a direction. And according to our problem, what is the direction? North. So 45 meters per second north. And that is David's velocity. Hope you learned a little bit today about velocity, and you can see how it compares to speed. Speed's just a value, while velocity has value in direction. But come back for more videos, and like always, I'm Mr. Norris, and I'm out.